Alright, greetings, you motherfuckers. How's it going? And once again, we are back. I am Elvis X from the Empire X gaming community, here to bring you another anime review. And you should be able to tell what anime it is, judging by the title. If not, then you're a bit slow, dear. Just a bit. We are reviewing the anime Devil May Cry. As many of you may have heard of, Devil May Cry is, well, it's one of the most well-known hack-and-slash franchises of all time. Over the past decade and a half, numerous games have been made on it, merchandise, all that bullshit. And I myself have been in love with the series ever since it first came out back in 2001. Played it ever since. So naturally, when I heard that Devil May Cry had an anime adaptation, released in 2007, later dubbed about a year or so later, I had to check it out for myself. After all the games are fucking awesome, with the exception of DMC2. That one's kind of a piece of shit, but we'll talk about that at a later date. So how does the anime hold up? Well, let's find out. For those of you who don't know the story of Devil May Cry, I'll give you a little rundown, I'm saying. The main protagonist is named Dante. He happens to be the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta. 2,000 years ago, Sparta allied himself with the human world. He's a demon that decided to go against other demons during the Great War between the demon world and the human world. And apparently it took him nearly 2,000 years to have a son? I don't know, I guess maybe for 2 millenniums he was confused about his sexuality or something. I don't know. Anyway, Dante, more or less makes a living as a devil hunter. He opened up a bar named the Devil May Cry, where he takes odd jobs to slay supernatural creatures. And he's also an orphan. Both of his parents, his demon daddy Sparta and his human mommy, were killed by demons. Needless to say, this anime, chronologically speaking, takes place between somewhere during the events of Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 4. So you can just throw it anywhere in there. It's a 12-episode anime, and more or less there's not much of an overarching story. There's very little. It follows the exploits of Dante, and each episode is an individual mission that he accepts, working out of the Devil May Cry business. Now, the anime opens up with Dante receiving a mission from a little orphan girl named Patty Lowell. And after doing the mission, she more or less decides to live at the Devil May Cry instead of going back to the orphanage. You might think that's a spoiler, but that's only the first episode, and she becomes a main recurring character throughout the anime ever since. And the overarching story, what little there is, that's pretty much all you need to know. That's about it. After episode 1, you can watch the show in almost any order you want without being particularly lost. Does it wrap up nicely? I think it does. Moving on from the story, though, let's talk about the characters. First off, there's Dante. What's there to say about him? He's a likable smartass who gives one-liners, wields a giant sword, and dual pistols, and he's overall really fun to watch on screen. I especially love the voice actor, Ruben. I would try pronouncing his last name, but I'd butcher it, because, I'm retarded like that and can't say shit very well. I love his portrayal of Dante. He's been voicing him ever since DMC3 back in 2005, and is still doing it to this day. I think he does an excellent job with Dante. And overall, Dante, he is overpowered as shit with super strength, regenerative abilities, super speed, and everything, but he's really kick-ass. Next, we have the secondary protagonist, as I said, exclusive only to this anime. She's never in any of the games. Patty Lowell. And, she's the typical bratty kid that just loves to irritate Dante, more or less plays the role of his younger sister, so to speak. Metaphorical speaking, if you know what I mean. And even she tries lending a hand to Dante and helping him out. How a 9-year-old girl tries helping Dante slay demons, I'll never know. Next on the character list is Lady. And I don't just call her that, that's actually what she goes by. Either way, Lady is a human devil hunter who mainly specializes in using guns such as pistols and even a rocket launcher. And Dante himself is deeply indebted to her. He, you would think would make shit tons of money working out of, the Devil May Cry industry and actually hunting demons, but no, apparently it's a shit job. He's very poor and doesn't even have a working TV. Either way, he's constantly indebted to her because he's either had to borrow money from her or just destroyed some of her personal belongings that she charges him. He's in debt to her at least over $1 million, I'm sure. And yeah, he never pays that back. She's kind of a bitch to him. Next, the last of the main characters is the blonde-haired she-devil herself, Trish. She was Dante's, I guess you could say, ex-sidekick, so to speak, plus friends with benefits, from Devil May Cry 1. She knows how to control lightning, uses dual pistols, and she herself gets a lot of, screen time in this anime. And here's a little trivia for you. Apparently, she looks exactly like Dante's mother, which is kind of little incestual, maybe, since they've slept together. Dante's a motherfucker. Case closed. Anywho, moving on from that, all of the main characters are actually likable. And one more, I forgot to mention, who only appears in the manga, as far as I know, not in the fucking games. So when I watched this anime, I was confused as to who the hell he was, is Dante's agent Morrison, the one who brings him the odd jobs to hunt creatures. Again, only in the anime and only in the mangas based on the games. He's not in any of the Devil May Cry games, 1, 2, 3, 4, or that new reboot that recently came out a couple years or so ago. So, if you watch this anime, you like me, I'm pretty sure you're not going to know who the fuck he is. After that, we come to the animation style. The animation in the show is actually pretty good. It's done by Studio Madhouse, the same people behind such hits as Hellsing Ultimate, and everybody fucking loves that show. There are a couple of moments where the animation does feel like it cops out a bit. Certain fight animations aren't drawn very well, or it feels like it was a little rushed or something. But it's not enough to take away from the action scenes in the show. It's still really fun watch. Next is the music and sound effects. The sound effects are really powerful. Like when Dante swings a sword and chops into a demon, you feel the shockwaves, motherfuckers. And the music is a cross between gothic atmosphere and kick-ass symphonic rock and metal. I guess it's kind of like a throwback to the games. It's really well done. The soundtrack in this anime is awesome, and the opening especially is really catchy, and will never leave your fucking head. Believe me, I watched this show 7 years ago and still have that fucking thing stuck in my head. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. You decide. In conclusion, as far as the Devil May Cry anime is concerned, it's not perfect. It's only 12 episodes, and the missions range anywhere from being average to, well, really good. I wish it was 24 to 26 episodes, which was my complaint with my last review of Black Blood Brothers. Shows like this beg to be longer. And do I think this anime is for everyone? Well, maybe. That all depends on you. If you're a fan of the Devil May Cry games like I am, I'm sure you'll love this anime. If you're just starting to get into the series, could you watch this? Maybe. I think you honestly just need to look up a little bit on the character's backstory, and you could probably get a kick out of this anime. It's really good to watch. I know a couple of people who were actually introduced to the franchise from watching this anime and then ended up loving the games themselves, so, go for it. I give Devil May Cry, the animation, a 9 out of 10. It is one of the best to game anime adaptations out there, which is actually saying a lot, because I'm sure a lot of you know most of those do not do that well. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the Devil May Cry franchise as a whole, or what you think of this anime. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Then also, if you're that, who do you think is the hottest out of the Dante fan club? Out of the, I guess, vixens of DMC. Trish or Lady, or Patty if you're that way inclined. The fuck. Anyway, on the positive side, Devil May Cry, the anime, features a really good soundtrack, good animation, and really good fight scenes, and all of the main characters are likable and enjoyable in their own right. On the negative side, feels a little short. The overarching, or rather the non-overarching plot might turn some away, and also it does call on a lot of prior knowledge of the games to really get most of the characters' reasons for fighting and everything like that. And I guess that's cover it. Hope you all check it out, and tell me if there's any other anime you'd like me to review. Till next time, guys. In the words of Dante, let's rock!